But we do begin in Washington, D.C. Our Jessica Smith is there monitoring the events of the day, what's going on there at St. Matthews, what the events due to happen at the Capitol in just a couple of hours. And Jess, we've been talking a lot about the security that is surrounding this day and how it is very different from recent inauguration days.
Yeah, Julie, this is going to be an unprecedented inauguration day. It's one unlike any other that we've seen before due to both the pandemic and increased security after that attack we saw on the Capitol just 2 weeks ago. We aren't going to have the crowds of hundreds of thousands of people packed on the National Mall like you typically see. We're not going to have that huge parade stretching across the district. Instead, we're going to have tens of thousands of troops in the district. We're going to see just about 1,000 people at this ceremony today at the actual swearing in. It's all going to be socially distant. So just a very different situation than what we're used to seeing. Of course, one person that won't be there is outgoing President Donald Trump. As you mentioned, he did just leave D.C. a short time ago, and he is the first outgoing president in more than 150 years to skip his successor's inauguration. And as you mentioned, Biden is right now at the church. He is attending a church service, and he did invite some of his colleagues, some of the congressional leaders from both parties in Congress, really trying to set the tone there and send a signal of bipartisanship. Unity is going to be the focus of today when he does leave to go to the Capitol in a short time. Around noon today, he'll be sworn in. And when he gives his address, it will be focused on unity. Obviously, that's going to be a challenge to unite the country after the events that we have seen over the past 2 months. But that is what Biden is going to try and focus on. We're expecting that speech to last about 20 or 30 minutes today. And then after they have taken their oaths, President-elect Biden, he'll be then President Biden, and Vice President Harris will move on over to other tasks for the day. Harris will immediately go to swear in 3 new Democratic senators, giving Democrats control of the upper chamber. And Biden will start issuing a slew of executive orders. So some of those are going to be extending the pause on student loan payments and the eviction ban that's currently in place. He'll launch his 100 days of masking challenge. He'll mandate masks on federal property and interstate travel, and he'll re-engage with World Health Organization and rejoin the Paris Climate Agreement. He'll reverse the travel ban and much, much more. He's also going to send an immigration bill to Congress. And then later tonight, we will see a virtual parade with performances from people from every state. And then at 7 p.m., Julie, we will have our first press briefing of this new administration.
Getting right to work, it sounds like, as are we, of course. Jessica Smith, you're going to be with us, of course, throughout the day, covering the day's events. Thanks so much for kicking it off for us.